North Alabama is full of fun experiences for folks of all ages, but to enjoy parts of this trail, you must be 21 or older and have a hankering for smoked pork. Ride along with us as we hit spots from the North Alabama Craft Beer Trail and the North Alabama Barbecue Trail and enjoy an amazing weekend of food and drink. The first stop on our adventure is Back 40 Brewing Company in Gadsden, Alabama, where we caught up with founder Jason Wilson for a quick chat about their history and beer. Tell me a little bit about the facility you have here. I know it used to be a Sears, and I'm guessing you don't still sell washers.
No, but I will tell you a cool story. It used to be a Sears repair center, actually. It wasn't a Sears store. So in other words, in the 1940s, if you bought an appliance anywhere in the Southeast from a Sears, they would send it back here if it broke to be repaired.
Is there a specific beer or two that, flies off the shelves that everyone loves?
Hands down, no doubt about it, Truck Stop Honey is our flagship beer. It's a really approachable, roasty, English-style brown ale.
See if I can finish this by your time.
Yeah, go for it.
Our next stop and the first stop on the North Alabama Barbecue Trail is at Local Joe's Trading Post in Rainbow City, where we talk to the owner, Jody Stanfield, about what to eat.
Our baby back ribs, last year we've got #1 in the state. It was voted on by the people, so that means a lot to us.
Yeah.
It's just a small place, but we go through a lot of food.
Aside from the great barbecue, Local Joe's sells fried pies and delicious locally made products from pickles to pork skins. And if you aren't totally full yet, you can keep on trucking north to Dale's Barbecue in Boaz. One more stop on the North Alabama Barbecue Trail. When did you know you had like a hit on your hands with the potato?
When we went from doing 5 or 10 a day to 50 and 100.
Just on any day?
Any day. Everybody loves it. And when they pull in and they ask for a stuffed potato, a lot of people say we want it floating. Floating means a whole lot of white sauce. It floats the potato.
Okay. After a second full lunch, you might want to find a place to take a quick nap because the journey isn't over yet. Our next stop on the Craft Beer Trail takes us to Gunnersville and Main Channel Brewing, where we learned a little about what the brewery on Lake Gunnersville has to offer.
Being a lake community, a lot of people have grown up drinking the domestics, your light lagers and such.
Hammer them down on the water.
As quick as they can, just to stay hydrated.
Right. Yeah.
So, to come in here and to try to drink 12 of these beers, it's kind of foolish. So
that's a good way of putting it.
We do have to put some lighter stuff out there and kind of meet a lot of folks in the middle on some stuff. But we've had a very warm reception, and it's been very flattering to have people keep coming back and to talk us up the way they do.
Our final stop of the day takes us north to Huntsville and Straight to Ale Brewing, where we caught up with Matt Broadhurst and explored the massive space that makes Straight to Ale a fun place to hang out.
We've got roughly 3,000 square foot tap room in the main building. We've got almost 2,000 square feet on the back patio. We've got the new beer garden that's opening up this weekend, German style beer garden. We've got the speakeasy, and we're about to open the newest space, which is the Cafe Benelux. It's going to be a Belgian style tap room.
You can literally get lost in here
because
there's just so much to do, and you hear a noise in the distance, you're like, oh, I got to check that out.
Yeah.
And you walk it, and then you're like, wait, I've lost everyone, and I don't know where I am. But it's a good loss. You're not sad about it.
I had customers last night that were here, and they're trying to find the speakeasy. They're like, we can't find it at all. And I walked over there, and when I showed them away, they were like, just like, what?
Yeah,
it's always fun to see that.
After a night of rest in one of the many accommodation options in Huntsville, you can continue along with us to Lawler's Barbecue. And don't let the fishing decor fool you. These guys know how to barbecue.
We actually cook a North Carolina style, which is basically smoked with hickory, and vinegar and peppers are added to it. And in this area, there's a lot of good competition. There's a lot of good barbecue. So I'd say outside of maybe North Carolina, this is probably one of the biggest barbecue areas in the country.
Aside from the barbecue, what else do you guys have on the menu that's really popular with you?
Well, we do a really good smoked ham. People really like our ham. It's probably our second best seller. And then we do a pulled turkey breast, which kind of is our healthy item. There's not a lot of healthy stuff in barbecue. So
not really a diet food.
No.
We sampled the smoked ham, baked potato, and some barbecue nachos. People, that baked potato, so good. With several locations across North Alabama, you'll have a lot of chances to stop by Lawler's if you're in the area. But if you thought you were done eating for the day, guess again, because we're headed down to Old Greenbrier Restaurant in Madison. We talked to owner Jerry Evans about the menu item you might not expect to see on the barbecue trail. I know this is a barbecue trail, but talk to me about some hush puppies.
Well, that's kind of what brought us to where we are. And what we do is when people come in, we put a basket of hush puppies on their table right away, no matter what they're eating, and it's pretty much however many they can eat.
Yeah.
To show you how many hush puppies, we serve a ton of onions a week, and that's pretty much all hush puppies.
A ton
There's
a week?
a lot of onions in the hush puppies.
Wow. There's more to learn and more to taste as we head to Cross-Eyed Owl Brewing in Decatur. Here we talk to Trey Atwood about how he came up with such a unique name for his business.
Cross-Eyed Owl, how'd you come up with that one?
Well, so I'm a military brat, so I did some time in England when I was in high school.
Some time.
Yeah, and I got accustomed to the English drinking culture. And if you think about English pubs, they all have names like the Drunken Hedgehog or the Angry Duck or the Mad Nun or something like that. And so there's a formula there. It's adjective noun, noun. And so I follow that formula. My wife and my oldest daughter are both huge owl fans. I got more stupid owl knickknacks in my house than anybody should have. And so owl was easy. That was low-hanging fruit. And then it was just a matter of coming up with something fun and beery and whimsical that sounded like that. And so Cross-Eyed Owl.
And if beer isn't your thing, Cross-Eyed Owl makes their own soda drinks in-house, so you can try their root beer, butter beer, whatever interesting soda flavor they've invented that day. If you're not full yet, you will be. We're headed to Florence for some smoked bologna at Smokin' on the Boulevard, our last stop on the North Alabama Barbecue Trail.
Okay, Jeff. So my producer Josh has been here before.
Right.
And ever since he's been here, he's nonstop talking about this smoked bologna. Tell me about it.
Just take the 2.5 pound chub actually and cut it in half.
Yeah?
Dry rub, whichever thing here, just dry rub. Hickory smoked it takes about 7 to 8 hours, slow smoking it. Little thing we've always done, like I said, people here just absolutely love it. We're tickled to death if they do, you know.
Yeah, well, how'd you come up with the idea to smoke bologna?
We've always tried, we'll smoke anything.
Yeah?
If bologna scares you, grab some ribs or pulled pork and come along to the last stop on our craft beer trail, Singing River Brewing, also in Florence.
Right now our number one is Apocalypse Now. It's our West Coast style IPA. That's been on the market for about 1.5 years. It's our number one seller. It won silver in the Alabama Craft Beer Competition last year, and it does well wherever it goes.
With so many things to taste in North Alabama, there's a flavor for all your friends and family members to try. Barbecue, beer, smoked bologna, and floating potatoes. So bring your ID and your appetite, because the North Alabama Barbecue Trail and Craft Beer Trail have something for you to discover.